Welcome, Wayzata West scholars. Today we're going to take a look at the documentary product presentation. The documentary is one of my favorite product options for History Day. A documentary tells the story of your subject using a program like WeVideo, iMovie, or another PC program to create it. It allows the filmmaker creativity in telling the story with a nice digital finish. It combines narrated script with visuals, film footage, and music to help bring the subject to life. You will need to be motivated and into technology as students spend time putting these items together and making it the way that they would like. For those that don't like the word limits, there's breathing room here, as you can have up to 10 minutes in length. Just remember that a documentary is not a performance. There's no acting in media documentaries. This is not a skit being filmed with an iPad. It does not include audience participation or a news broadcast. This is a documentary or movie that should stand alone to tell the story of your topic. When creating your documentary, WeVideo, iMovie, or a similar program is recommended. WeVideo is the program that we support at West because we've received a grant to use it. It's smooth, very similar to iMovie, and allows students to easily put together all required parts of a documentary. One giant positive of WeVideo is that it is not tied to a computer. It's a web-based program. This means that with a login, you can do it on any computer, at school, at home, and at different partners' houses. So students have more flexibility on when and where to work on creating their movie. If doing iMovie, please note that the size requirements and the amount of memory needed and the length makes it hard to do it on the iPad. It's almost impossible. I suggest instead doing iMovie on a computer or a laptop for greater strength and ease and control. It makes it much, much easier. You can also use other PC alternatives, and there are too many to name, but you'll need to be an expert with that program. There will be a documentary class that includes documentary tips and WeVideo information for students. One note is, again, if you create it at home, you're using your own equipment, and you need to be able to download your movie to a USB or a thumb drive, if you will, and upload it to YouTube as backups. A documentary includes many important parts, the first of which is narration or the script. You will write a script that creates the narration that the audience hears. The script begins with a thesis that explains the connection to the theme. The rest of the script will tell the story of your topic. This is the most important element in a documentary, as the script drives everything else that you see. The majority of historical content is within this script, and you'll also include quotes that are pulled from primary sources. These quotes will be tagged correctly, as we've done it many times in class already, and you are experts. You will identify the speaker, include a title if available, add a description, and a date. The next most important element that you'll have in there are still pictures and images. To make the documentary interesting, you will include some still images for the viewer. The still images should match the script and help the viewer see what you're talking about. You will need a lot of these, at least 75. However, with a Google search, it's much easier than ever before to find enough pictures pretty easily. When adding visuals, you will want to use a variety of images. For example, it's nice to include documents, photographs, maps within your stills to keep it interesting, and naturally, you have a good sense of what kind of visuals to use. You can use some effects on these images like Ken Burns to create movement and focus when using these. We will teach you how to do this in the tech class. Video clips is another important element to a documentary. It adds movement and interest to your documentary. Video clips can be taken from film footage like newsreels or movie shorts. It can be taken from interviews with experts or interviews with people who were involved with your topic, or you can take film footage from other documentaries. They should be chosen because they match your script and help enhance it. For example, you can use clips from a Dust Bowl survivor when talking about Dorothea Lange and her leadership in shining a light on the problems suffered by migrant farmers. Or you could use film footage from the Dust Bowl documentary by PBS. Another important element to add to your documentary is other audio. Other audio adds interest to the movie. For example, music from the time period, speech segments, or music that fits the mood of your movie can be used. This is an interesting way to add in quotes. For example, one could play a segment of Over There to let the viewer know that U.S. troops have arrived in France in World War I. Oftentimes, music is the icing on the documentary as it can create a mood or help the viewer join in the time period. Finally, you'll add some interesting finishing touches to the movie with graphics. You'll add a main title, subtitles, important captions, and credits to your movie as well. There are a few last requirements that we should talk about. Your script, including video clips and audio clips, can be between 6 to 10 minutes. You may not go over 10 minutes or you will be disqualified. Most student scripts end up being between 8 or 10 minutes, as it's difficult to get all the required content in 6 minutes or less. You must write the script before beginning the project. Again, because visuals and everything else follows the script, you need to begin there to save on time. The goal in your documentary is to include interesting narration, a variety of visuals, video clips, and audio to enhance your documentary and make it engaging. Use what you know as a viewer of documentaries yourself, and it will turn out great.